Hi, I'm Geert, Product Manager of Testing Tools at Anubex. Today I would like to show you how we use automated testing in migration projects. In another video you can see these concepts explained. Here I want to show you how these concepts are applied in practice. Before we start, it's important to know that our migration projects are extremely iterative processes. Roughly from day one until the go live, we repeat the same 4 steps over and over again. We convert the entire application, we test the entire test set, analyze any differences, and tune, and then we repeat. Because we use software to do the bulk of the work, iterations can be very short. Say a few hours to convert and test an entire application of a few million lines of code. This allows us to focus on correcting issues, and we'll get near instant feedback on whether they're solved. Apart from this, let's call it daily cycle, there's this larger cycle of 3 to 4 months. At the beginning of each of those cycles, we take a snapshot of your application the way it is in production at that moment in time. And from then on, we continue to work on that static copy. This allows you to evolve your application in parallel to the migration project. The next cycle, we will again synchronize to what's in production at that time. Like I said, at the beginning of a big cycle, we make a snapshot. That contains source code, obviously, because we're going to convert that, but also test data and test scenarios that the customer provides to us. On that snapshot, we will run our daily cycles for the rest of that phase. Convert, test, tune, until all tests succeed and we've achieved the goal and can advance to the next stage. So now let's focus on the processes behind these tests. Here too, everything is automated to the max. There are 3 distinct actions: recording, replaying, and analysis. Recording happens on the reference environment, the original application. We offer several ways to do recording. The easiest, in my opinion, is so-called proxy recording, where our testing tools sit between the user and the mainframe. The user simply uses the application and all interactions are captured by our testing tools and instantly become the test scenario. Once a recording has been taken, it can be replayed over and over again onto the target application without human interaction. Responses from the target application are also recorded so they can be analyzed afterwards. The third step finally is to compare the original recording with the replayed recording. Main premise of like-for-like migrations is that the behavior of the original application should be identical to the migrated one. So any differences are found by the testing tool by comparing both scenarios. Differences are highlighted and can be analyzed in their context. Expected differences like timestamps can be ignored. Real differences can be submitted in a bug tracking system for further analysis directly from in our testing tools. We can compare functional equivalents like screen content, but also non-functional like performance. Our testing tools will record response times on original and replayed application to ensure that the performance is at least as good as it was on mainframe. This is one of our 3 promises: functional equivalence, performance equivalence, and maintainability equivalence. Our automated testing tools save hundreds of man-days in typical migration projects by allowing the tests to be replayed over and over again without human interaction. Our specialists can focus on locating and fixing the issues. The number of daily tests succeeded or failed put in Excel will provide a great summary about past performance and trend lines for the future. So to conclude, I think it's fair to say that our testing tools are a key part in every migration project. It's reassuring to know that everything is constantly being tested. In fact, this is key in building up confidence with all stakeholders that by the time the migration project is over, the application has reached stability and maturity to really go into production. Thanks for watching. For more resources or in-depth information, go to anubex.com.